first of all, he's not going to be convicted of these crimes. There's no way a jury is going to see the evidence and agree that this sheet metal worker is the leader of an international MS-13 smuggling conspiracy. But even in the hypothetical world in which he were convicted of the charges, he still got a valid order of withholding of removal. The government will still bear the burden of taking him back before the immigration court to try to lift that.
New developments in the case thrusting Maryland into the national spotlight. This morning, a new legal fight unraveling on U.S. soil as the man mistakenly deported from Maryland, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, is returned back to the U.S. from El Salvador to face federal criminal charges in Tennessee. Now, the charges include allegedly smuggling illegally purchased handguns into Maryland and participating in a years-long conspiracy to transport undocumented migrants for financial gain, according to court documents obtained by FOX45 News. This is body cam video that the Tennessee Highway Patrol recently released from 2022, showing Abrego Garcia being pulled over for erratic driving. State troopers suspected his involvement in human trafficking then, but released him after questioning. Now, Abrego Garcia was deported in March, and the Trump administration has been locked in an intense standoff with the federal judiciary over court orders for the government to facilitate his return. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi says if convicted, Abrego Garcia will serve his sentence in the U.S. and will then be deported back to El Salvador. Well, joining us now live to weigh in on these new developments, we have attorney Jeremy Eldridge, partner with Eldridge Crandall. Good morning to you, Jeremy.
Good morning.
So another twist in this case, Abrego Garcia back in our country, but federal prosecutors accuse him of being involved in an illegal enterprise that transported thousands of undocumented migrants from Texas to Maryland and other states from 2016 to 2025. What do you make of these new charges?
Well, first off, this isn't uncommon or unusual. This has never happened. My law firm handles both criminal representation as a defense attorney and what's called immigration defense removal. And I've never seen this happen in over 20 years of private practice. The issue here that's so strange is the selective nature of the prosecution. So even if the government can prove this involvement, the convenient timing of bringing Abrego Garcia back, the government having had possession of some of this information since 2016, but not using it in immigration proceedings, it's incredibly unusual, if not extreme, and that's why his attorneys are reacting like that, because if they had this information in their possession, one would think that the Department of Homeland Security, who had an attorney present at the immigration proceeding, would have raised these issues to the immigration judge at that time.
And Jeremy, what are the severity of these charges? I mean, what kind of sentence could they carry?
Both of these charges carry a maximum penalty of 10 years, but in federal court, what you're really looking at is not necessarily the maximum penalty. You're looking at what are called federal sentencing guidelines that are determined by, number one, your criminal history, meaning have you been in trouble before and the severity of that trouble you've gotten into? Have you had issues with parole or probation? No parole, but supervised release while on the federal side. And then also the serious nature of the offense itself. There's a little bit of math that goes on the federal discretion of the court.
So reports that the Chief of Justice Department's Criminal Division in Nashville resigned over the decision to charge Abrego Garcia. What is your opinion on that? Why do you think he made that decision?
I think he made that decision because of the selective prosecution defense that will be raised. U.S. attorneys, when they bring cases like this, want to be free of what's called impropriety, and they don't want any prosecution to look political. And on the federal level, and I think we saw this with Eric Adams in New York, we've seen this with Marilyn Mosby locally, that when a defendant feels as though they're being selectively prosecuted, meaning they're not being prosecuted because of the alleged conduct, they're being prosecuted because of a political vendetta, essentially, that is actually a defense in federal court. And so here, you can expect Abrego Garcia to have a very strong criminal defense, and I think that's why you're seeing the resignation, candidly. It's the convenient timing of the nature of the charge.
All right, Jeremy Eldridge, partner with Eldridge Crandall, thank you so much again for weighing in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Maxine Stryker. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and check out Fox Baltimore on social media to find more stories like this.